Breaking news. Breaking news. Uh, Hello, everyone. We got information that BRICS ditch dollar. So I think this will be the end of dollar hegemony around the world. So let's see what will happen. Um, we got some information that China, Brazil, India, South Africa, and Russia. They create their own payment system and trading currencies. They swap currencies. Instead of using dollars, they swipe their currencies. So that means the entire world economic system it will change. So I believe everyone in this world need to plan. If you have a financial plan, you have your dollar. If you can change it to gold, that will be good. Or prepare your money. So because the entire system we know of is going to change. The demand of dollar will change automatically because U.S. and the Western, power, especially Europe, they depend on U.S. US is the reason why Europe, France, Britain, German, they still control the world. That's why they call them G7. But now BRICS overtook them in terms of economy, in terms of GDP. So the world is changing. Now, I mean, I was even reading the article the other day. IMF and World Bank. Russia is number 4 economic power. It surpassed all European countries pretty much. It passed Germany, it passed UK, it passed France in terms of PPP, purchasing power. So, my brother, things are changing and they change so fast because the technology is very advanced. So things can switch automatically. So you can be on top today, tomorrow you can go down because it depends how fast the technology goes. People are interconnected today. So I believe this thing, I advise Africans, we need to strategize our 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 own system. We need to organize more and prepare for the for the for the bigger change that's going to happen. I mean, we live under everybody for too long. So if we organize ourselves and we strategize, Africa can be at the top. Because if we look at it in the world today, Africa has so much resources. Africa is one of the top resource continent in the world. We have everything in Africa, and we have a manpower. Our population is big, and we have people with skills. The problem is we are not organized. African leaders and scholars, we need to organize and create like what they call a a trading system, investment institutions. Like people can buy stock market. For instance, most of our resources is on the ground. We need companies. So those investment, people can buy a share. If we buy shares, people can go buy tools, those machineries, and come and dig those resources from the ground. And this is how we're going to live. We can stay in our country. The weather is good. Everything is good. So nobody need to be running around worldwide like a refugees, all those things. That need to stop. And African government need to build their militaries. For you to protect yourself, you must have a strong military to protect your resources. The problem in Africa, the problem we have, we don't have a defense. Anybody can come and work on us because our military is just like a militia group. If you bring a 200 or a 2, 3, 4,000 militia group, government will struggle to fight them. They cannot fight them because we don't have a tool. Our armies have AK-47. The rebel have AK-47. So our army cannot defeat them. So these are the problem, and nobody's talking about these kind of issues. That need to change. So, I mean, if Africa wants to stay on top and want to, position themselves into good the world position, they need to change how they think and how they operate and how they deal with the other people. Number one important thing is build your military. Africa need a military, strong army. Africa need to ally themselves. Once we sign those kind of defense pact, so these terrorist groups, they cannot maneuver within Africa. They cannot survive because somebody has to supply them, and we need to stop all these foreign military bases in Africa. You cannot allow your wife to share bed with another man in your room. Nobody do that. But only Africans, the politicians are so greedy. They will sell everything to get their bank account full. I don't know why. They don't have no loyalty, no morality, no dignity, no love for their country. You know, they just sit in Africa bragging. They go to Europe and begging. It's very sad. So these are the things I believe every African YouTubers or social media host need to be, pushing. And I believe Africans need to organize themselves in a better way, so we can have the bigger media on the ground, and we can have a strong organization. So youth, we organize them, and diaspora can help and push those agenda there. So those are the things we need to do. So Africa need to really change for better. The things how things are going right now in most African countries is not good. So I mean, for that to change, Africa need to keep pushing the narrative that cannot be controlled by outsiders, because for too long the West are the one who control African mind. They bombard Africa with fake news, propaganda, wrong indications, all those things. If we go back and we look at the BBC, CNN, all those, Western medias, their articles, all those fake, scholars in Africa. African scholars, I mean, contributed to this because they get this fake education from Europe, and they brought those type of education to Africa, and they brainwash Africans based on this. So that's why even African leaders, when they became president, they became so useless. The corruption is rampant. Um, they all became puppet. To be a puppet in Africa, it's very easy. Just sell everything. Bring a white man, bring Europeans, and accept them to control every resources they can have. You will stay in power for life. Look at Cameroon, Gabon, Togo, all those countries. One man rule for over 30 years. Uganda is the same thing. One man rule for over 30 something years or 40 years. And they use you to unalive your own people, to use you to loot other African states. So when they finish you, that's when you get angry. When they want to replace them, that's when they get angry. African leaders don't get angry at the West unless they want to replace them. They use them to do any crime. But once those Europeans try to replace them for somebody else who will be the best sellout, that's when they will start fighting them. They will start preaching people. And they would that's when you will see them with a claiming Pan-Africanism. You know, Museveni, when he first came to the power, what do? He invaded Congo, loot them, and do all the crime there. The same thing, this country, Rwanda, he invaded Congo, looted their resources for the West. They gave him little money, and he feel comfortable with it. He been there for over 20 years. So these are the things I want to talk about. You know, BRICS is coming, and I think Africans need to know what is happening around the world. So once we know those, things will change. Yeah. Thank you. Please, if you watch this video, please share it and subscribe, please.